The Chicago Bulls rookie show out in Game 2 of Summer League, even though Noah Essengue goes down a little bit early with a slight injury. Doesn't seem like it's going to, well, getting hurt. Doesn't seem like it's going to be anything too serious. We'll talk about it all and more. Plus, AK talks about his desire to keep Coby White and Josh Giddey long-term. We're going to talk about all that and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Hayes, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Hayes, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content for today, y'all. And yeah, Noah Essengue and Lachlan Olbrich really showed a lot more here in Game 2 of Summer League for the Chicago Bulls, hopefully quieting a lot of the people who had a little bit more doubt around these kids. Noah Essengue in 19 minutes with 12 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block as well. Noah Essengue really showed a lot of the game that he had today, even outside of the stat sheet. Him defensively today, really, he caused some trouble out there. Now, when I know that the Bulls ended up losing this game by 17 points, right? But when the Bulls were going on a run, they won the second quarter 38-24. Noah Essengue played extremely well in those minutes. Now, unfortunately, Noah Essengue knocks knees. He goes down with a thigh contusion is what they're calling it, which just means a bruise. More than likely, that's probably may mean the end of his summer league. I don't know if the Bulls are going to risk him getting hurt or anything like that. Now that they've kind of seen some things, now they could very well do. I'm not necessarily shutting it down. They do have a day off tomorrow before they play again Monday in Summer League. But I would not be surprised if Noah Essengue may be done for the remainder of Summer League. Would not be surprised with that at all. But he played a lot better in this game, going 4 of 10 from the field. He got to the free throw line 7 times, where he went 4 of 7 in that time period. And he just filled the stat sheet up. And that was really good to see him being able to fill the stat sheet up when it comes down to it. So I love seeing that from him overall. But Lachlan Olbrich as well, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal from him. He was 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. And he showed a little bit more of his toughness in this game, which is what you want to see from Lachlan, is that toughness, especially with him playing small ball center. But he still had some defensive rotation issues at times. He needs a point guard to get him involved in the game. I'm not saying that as a knock for him, just as a reality of what it is. You get him those two things, he's going to be pretty good for you in the G League this year. And we'll see if he can eventually come out of that and ends up, making a rotation on the back end of the bench or something like that, or even more than that. But it was really good to see Noah in those 19 minutes flash a lot of the potential that Noah brought to this team. And so that was really good to see. And you love to see that from Noah Essengue, just for him to show some of the things that he can do. It sucks that the game ended with him getting hurt. With the contusion and things like that. That really does suck. But overall, it's not just about the now. It's not just about Summer League. It's about what he can bring into the Bulls in the long run. And if he can get on the court defensively for this Bulls team, the sky's really the limit when it comes down to that, if he can do that. Now, this is a Jimmy Butler, a Billy Donovan coach team, so you just never know what that's going to look like. But if Noah can make an impact defensively, I think that's going to be the first thing for him. If he can do that, and then get out on the court, that's going to give him some opportunity. You saw how in transition, if you got a guard that can get him the ball, all those type of things are really good when you see that. And we'll see. A right quad contusion is what it was called. From that, he was 0 of 4 from three-point range, but I do like the fact that he was taking threes. Some of those were ugly misses, but he wasn't somebody that was shying away from taking that opportunity and trying to shoot the ball, which is something that I do respect from Noah Essengue in today's game. So you got to see a lot from the rookie showing out today. I got to see a little bit more of what they can end up being for the Chicago Bulls in the long run. And we just got to hope that the team can keep it going, man. That's really what it comes down to, is that, Noah, in the flashes that he brings, can continue to refine that, work on that. There was no Matas Buzelis in this game, so it really gave Noah Essengue a lot more runway to kind of be himself, be all over the court, be 3 at sometimes, 4 sometimes. So that was good to see. And Lachlan looks really good. Yuki Kawamura looked a little bit good, facilitating more. 5 assists in 21 minutes today. Only 1 of 4 from the field for 4 points, but his assist, and he got 3 steals. But Yuki's ability to play make is really, really good. I can see why people were more excited about him. He still sucked game 1, but he played a lot better game 2. The shooting wasn't much better in game 2, but I think overall you got to see his facilitating a lot more, and hopefully he's going to be on that Bulls G League team if another team does not give him an opportunity more so to maybe get bullied on a 2-way contract, something like that. Like with the way that Jameer Young has looked garbage for the majority of this summer league, I wouldn't mind giving Yuki the 2-way instead of Jameer Young, but we'll see how it ends up shaking out with that one. But overall, better performance from the rookies. They looked better in this game. I said it after the first game. The physicality in the first game really gave those guys some trouble and gave those guys some problem, because usually G League games aren't that physical. And with Noah Essengue being 195 pounds, he's going to have to put on some weight to deal with more physicality. But I think he did a really good job on it today. But during the game, to move on from just the summer league game, Arturas Karnisovas, the Bulls president of basketball operations, was being interviewed by the commentary team, and he said something in regards to Josh Giddey and Coby White. He said that he wants Josh Giddey and Coby White to be with the Chicago Bulls long term. Now, in that type of situation, it's not like he's going to come out and say, "Yeah, we're not paying Josh Giddey $30 million. He's going to have to accept this $25 million deal if he wants to be here." But I do think there is something to be said that he has a desire for both these guys to stay here. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily happen. And I do think that there's something to be said about Josh Giddey has been in Vegas this whole summer league, but we have not seen him with the team. Today we saw Zach Collins, Julian Phillips, Coby White was out there. I believe Patrick Williams was out there as well. There were a lot of Bulls players there in attendance today, and for Josh Giddey to be somebody who's so teammate-oriented, right? You saw how the relationship between him and his former teammates with the Thunder were, and for him not to be out there with those guys. Isaac Okoro was out there as well, Matas Buzelis. Those are the guys that I was missing. But for him to not be there, seated with them at all, does seem a little bit weird. Now, again, I'm not trying to turn that into a storyline or anything. I'm just saying that from the outside looking in, it's just really weird to see that he's not out there with his teammates who we know he really gets along with. But it seems like maybe those contract extension talks maybe are taking a little bit more of a turn in the negative light than what we would hope for, right? So hopefully that's not the case, but it does seem like a little weird with that. But for what it's worth, AK in his word said that he wants to see Josh Giddey and Coby White be with the Chicago Bulls long term and for a long time, years and years to come, is what he said. We just got to see if that's going to be the reality of it. Hopefully, this contract situation is hammered out and worked out here sooner rather than later, so we can eliminate that being a conversation piece, and we can just start looking forward to whatever this team's going to be, whatever identity that they're going to take, and we can just focus on that going forward. But you just never know what's going to happen there. And the Bulls are just going to have to deal with it the best way that they can, and that's all they can do. For right now, we'll not have Noah guard any power forwards, but I would look to have him guard some shooting guard small forwards for now. He's going to have to deal with it. Todd says, Noah was able to course correct and look so much better tonight. His defense is going to be outstanding. In 3 years, he's going to terrorize the East. I don't even know if it's going to take that long, to be honest with you. I think Kuminga business is now confirmed off the table. Bro, also, do you think we should do any moves? If so, what do you think? Well, I've been telling you guys, once we drafted Noah Essengue, the Kuminga shit was done. Then it was even further solidified when we traded for Isaac Okoro. The Kuminga's not coming to this team. It's not happening. It doesn't make any sense for where this team is right now. Yes, but I guess Josh ain't on the team yet, so I get no. I mean, technically he's still a Chicago Bull, but I get what you're saying. Dude, you can't lie. I can't even be mad at Vooch and P. Will if they remain, if they ball out. I can't complain, bro. I'll be fine if they ball. If they want to stay or not here, they got a ball. I mean, here's the thing. What's ball? Ball is relative. Technically, Vooch balled out last year. Vooch was the Bulls' best player for 4 out of the 6 months of the season. Just is what it is. It's not about him balling out or not. It's just the fact that he doesn't really fit the direction of where the team's going. But, AK and Eversley, they still want to win games. So they're not going to just get rid of him until they have another starting caliber center in there. It's not going to happen. Glad I went to Summer League last night and not tonight since Modest didn't play. I hope Noah will be okay. It's a contusion. He'll be fine. The fact that he was back out there after they took him to the back with the ice pack on his knee and he jumped up to celebrate after a big play got made by, I think, Lachlan, he's fine. He'll be fine long term. It may mean that he doesn't play anymore in Summer League, but I don't think there's anything that needs to be worried about long term or turning into anything where he's not going to be ready by training camp or anything like that. I don't even think that stuff's on the table. So, but again, he may not play in Summer League anymore this season. So, does having Giddy and Coby a good thing for this team long term? Is that a championship backcourt? Well, there's no such thing as just a championship backcourt without the team that fits them. So the Bulls are so far off, we can't even have a conversation on who's a championship backcourt. But yes, it's good to keep the talent that you have until you have a replacement or a different direction that fits. Noah looked good, to be honest. Yeah, Noah looked real good today. He looked real good. I know he's not the player that Nikola Vucevic is, but I would consider the draft proposition for Isaiah Stewart if he's still on the table. I mean, keep in mind that was a rumor, but, we'll see what happens there. Noah only 18, probably still growing. By the time he's 22, he may reach 7 foot tall. We'll see. Well, I mean, we'll see. If you're the front office, would you take Queen, Noah, or Danny Wolf? Well, again, that's dependent upon the state of the team. I was against drafting Derek Queen because it just didn't fit the team. When you have two on-ball dominant players in Coby and Josh Giddey, fitting a on-ball dominant center just typically doesn't work, especially when none are great off-ball movers or off-ball shooters. So so it's all dependent upon where the team is. So, I personally, I would have picked Carter Bryant, but, that's just me. Our front office sucks with drafting horrible players. We haven't had a great player since we drafted Coby, and before Coby, it was Jimmy. Well, Coby isn't a great player yet. He's just not yet. But you can't say that. Modest is really good. Ayo Dosunmu's really, really good. You're not going to knock him out the park every single time. We don't know what Noah is or not yet. Now, Dalen Terry was a miss. We probably should have drafted Walker Kessler there. Julian Phillips was a second-round pick. To me, you can't miss on second-round picks. They either work or they don't. But second-round picks are so seldomly turned into anything, I can't say that they missed on that. It just is what it is. What up, bro? What is Lachlan's position? I'm not sure, but I can see him being good signing for us. We need size. I think we addressed that in a meaningful way this offseason. I don't think we really address size too much, at least not right away. Lachlan is probably not going to be on the NBA roster. He's probably going to be in the G League his first year. Now, what his position is, it really may be matchup dependent and roster dependent. Like if Noah and Modest Buzelis end up being really good shot blocking forwards, I can see Lachlan playing some center. I don't think he'll ever be a starter. Now, I could be wrong on that. I'd love to be wrong on that. But, I think Lachlan, position doesn't matter. I think he has right now his ceiling is being a damn good, tough-ass bench player. And I'm not mad at that. Noah has potential to be a poor man's Giannis, just needs some protein shakes. I'm not willing to say what he can be in any comps yet. Noah is so raw and so young. He can be Paul George. He can be Giannis. Hell, he can be Tyrese Thomas. And I don't say that to worry anybody. I don't think he's going to be that. But it's just too much right now to try to give a comp to him, in my personal opinion. At Summer League right now, saw Jensen hang last night. He should have been the pick over Noah. AK wouldn't have the ball, so no, that wouldn't have been the reach there. And stop going off Summer League. Summer League is not the end-all, be-all. Noah does give effort. I want to see him with an actual point guard that can set him up. That's going to be the special part. That's going to be the special part. Yuki is the Bulls Summer League highlight for sure. I mean, I won't say that. He didn't play better than Noah Essengue. Any more updates on IR Coby regarding trade rumors? I mean, I just talked about that like 5 minutes ago. Were you here? He's predicted getting 32 wins. Do you have any predictions? What, Staxy? Stop asking me fucking ESPN questions. Those surface level questions. Ask me something real. I'm a real person. I'm not an analyst on ESPN. Don't ask me them interview ass questions, my boy. Come on, ask me a real question. This current Bulls team, what would you give them as a team? I don't do win predictions. I don't, because there's so much that goes into it. I don't do really win predictions. And plus, we're not done yet. Ask me that at the start of training camp. Saying no sucks. Yeah, I mean, you just got to ignore people like that. People like that are just dumb, stupid, and confused about life. I call them ass babies because they had to be born out their mama's asshole because they're ass backwards. That's just what I call. Like, we ain't got to worry about dumb people. I'm not going to keep giving energy to stupid people who need attention because their mama didn't hug them enough. What else are you looking for in the next Summer League games? Well, if Noah Essengue is not playing and Modest is not playing, honestly, just looking to see how tough Lachlan is. There's nothing really else that projects to really factor into like the Bulls season at all going forward, but we'll see what happens. I'm not saying he answers everything for us immediately, but Lachlan does provide us depth behind Vooch, Herter off the bench. Herter, they don't even play the same. Herter, how did Herter get in there? Herter? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? AK seemed confident they will resign Giddy and Coby. He definitely did. Has AK ever made a good draft pick? Yeah, Modest, Io, damn good draft picks. Are you new to the Chicago Bulls, or are you just so caught up in being upset that you ain't able to objectively view things? I'm just wondering. Do you think Dalen we resign Dalen? That's a great question, and I don't know. Like, Dalen's gonna have to show that he actually has a role on this team and earn that if he wants to get that. So we'll see. I like Lachlan's energy. I think with a year in the G League of learning what his pace is at the level, he'll be really good off the bench. Yeah, but here's the thing. We said the same thing about Adama Sanogo, and now he's on the Utah Jazz. So, like, I don't know what the Bulls are looking for in that anymore. I just don't. Why do you keep dealing with it? If Queen was there for the take, and the Bulls always draft the same kind of people, so many better. Yeah, but Queen wouldn't have made this team better. He would have hurt Derek Queen's involvement. So, like, yeah, we keep dealing with that because you have to look at how fit is. You can't just. That's what happened with Garpax towards the end. They were just drafting guys without really look on how they fit, and then nobody ended up developing. So this is what it is. Why are you always so comfortable disrespecting people's mothers? Is that serious over players? Why do you disrespect your mother by showing up here and being stupid? I mean, your mother made the choice not to swallow you, and you come in here acting like a fucking idiot. I don't know. Ask yourself that question. If you disrespect your mama, I'm definitely not going to respect your mama. I mean, that's just period, point blank. If you want your mama respected, respect your mama's sacrifice. And not come in here and act like a fucking idiot. Now, if you have something to actually say, but just saying, oh, this sucks, say something smart. Like, again, you don't have to agree with me, but say something intelligent. Say, hey, I don't think that Noah was the right pick because he's raw. We could have went with somebody more polished. Say something smart. You come in here acting like a dumbass, you're going to get treated like a dumbass. It's period. I get it that social media and the internet makes everybody feel comfortable just saying stupid shit. This is a dictatorship. This ain't the United States here when you're here in Bull Central. It's period. Say something of note. Give me something of substance. If you say dumb shit, I'm going to treat you like a dumb shit. It's period. That's it. I don't know what to tell you there. This is the same Bulls fan base that bulled an elderly widow into sobbing live on TV. Yeah, bro, that was such a bad look for the Chicago Bulls. When young players stagger in their development, you have to prepare for the regression. P. Will and Terry last ride this season. We shall see. We shall see. They booed Krause, not his wife, Brian. It was bad taste, but you could get it right instead of lying. Well, no, I mean, technically, you could say they booed Krause, but she was representing her husband there. So in a way, he wasn't standing there. She was standing there. So no, they booed her. I completely get what he's getting at there. They were booing her. Damn, bro, you a douchebag. I'm surprised. Hey, first of all, welcome to the internet. And secondly, I'm just real. Still employed. Yeah, guess what? Because when you're you unapologetically and you don't feel like you have to fake anything for anything else, people usually rock with you there. So yeah, if I'm a douchebag, that's fine. And you're a dumbass bitch, you're still here. You clicked on the fucking video. I bet you'll be here again. If you got a problem with it, don't show up. But otherwise, guess what? I built this motherfucking platform. So I'm going to be me on this motherfucking platform. If y'all got a problem with it, you can go to CHGO. They got something for you. Just saying. Something of substance. Should we keep Yuki as a G League participant? He's pretty exciting as a product. Absolutely. Absolutely. They should 100% keep Yuki as a G League prospect. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. First of all, Noah may play some games down there. Lachlan's definitely going to play some games down there. They both can use a point guard. One thing, like Yuki has some problem creating separation on the shot, but I 100% can see Yuki down there not only evolving his game, but helping players evolve with the way that he's able to create. And so that's really good. And think about it this way. He's a really good creator. We have another point guard who's a really good creator in Josh Giddey. So you can kind of get them used to playing with a creator like that. So, you know, that's what you can look at there.
You're garbage. Oh, my God. You're garbage. Oh.
And you the trash heap because you came out your mama's dirty ass pussy. The fuck? The hell we here? You mad now? Now you mad? So you all due respect, you can't say Noah's got no offense. He literally had 12 and 10 in 19 minutes. His shooting from the NBA 3 for the first time ever. Let's see how he evolves. I mean, I think by no offense he means this, and I'm not trying to talk for Shay, but I think he means he can't really create for himself. He hasn't shown an ability to create off the dribble yet, and so even in this game, his 4 shots that he did make basically came right at the rim, which is not a problem. That's where you want Noah to be right now. That's not a problem. That's where you want him to be right now. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Rick Ortiz, I'm really wondering if at some point last season, AK insinuated to Giddy that $30 million was on the table and now it's not. If that's the case, I could get Giddy feeling a type of way. Could be. But, I mean, Casey Johnson came out and said that he's never heard $30 million internally. So I think you got to look at that one. That rant just got you another subscriber, bro. Hello, keep doing you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You must be new here, Mitch. This is me. This ain't giving in to the trolls. I'm an asshole by trade. If you go and look at my social media, in my bio, it says lovable asshole. So this is literally me. If you caught me on the street, I'd be roasting the motherfuckers there too. So no, it has nothing to do with trolls. This is me. In your personal opinion, who do you think can help us off the bench more going forward? I think we keep Julian over Dalen. They're duplicates. They're not even remotely the same. Y'all look at people's physical makeup and try to make them the same player. They're not nearly the same player. Julian is more of a traditional rim runner, right? And he can shoot some. Dalen Terry's really a guard in a small for his body. He likes to put the ball on the floor, drive and get in transition. They're really not the same there. But all right, y'all, getting ready to wrap it up. I was only going to do 15 minutes here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys are following us at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to, you will get knocked out here where, first of all, you will get knocked. Your words don't even believe what you're saying, my boy, because you can't even type it correctly. First of all, realize where this is from. Go and check my MMA record, by the way. Check that out. Love you guys. Go Bulls.